Hello and welcome to ET Auto. Today we are joined by one of the leading EV players in India, and he is Mr. Anurag Mehrotra from JSW MG Motors, leading the company from the front. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Anurag, would like to understand from you because you are one of the first companies who have been betting big on EVs. How has been the journey so far? How do you see next 3, 4, 5 years, the mid to long term, particularly for MG Motors as well as with the EV penetration?
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's absolutely a privilege to be on your show. I've been watching your videos, and they are really commendable, the work that you're doing. When you look at a couple last year when JSW came into the joint venture to form a joint venture with SAIC to form the JSW MG, we spent a lot of time deliberating on where to play and how to win. As we were developing our strategy, we used the framework of Roger Martin to create the where to play and how to win
Right,
strategy. The where to win for us was clear that new energy space is really where there is room for disruption. And how to win was determined by following things. One, access to technology that we have through SAIC is a very mature and scaled technology. It is not experimentative, which means that you get access to product that has already matured. And that's a big strength in new technology areas, especially EVs and hybrids. I think the second strength that we have, or the reason for success for us, would be the JSW lineage of cost. They are extremely conscious around cost. And second is their manufacturing excellence. So they bring strengths on cost and on manufacturing excellence. And third is really the strength of the team. I think the team that has been built both in
right,
MGI as well as in the dealerships is very, very strong.
right,
I think between the shareholders' commitment, the strength of the product that we have, which is
right,
exceptional,
right,
and the team, which is very, very good, I think
right,
we've got the three things that are really required
right.
for a successful future.
How about the numbers? You brought the BAS, battery as a service, which created quite a disruption in market. A lot of players studied
That's right.
about it. Two-wheelers companies have also trying to adopt somewhere. Uh, where do we see the overall EV ecosystem moving from here for MG Motor particularly? Your recent launches like MG M9 and Cyberster is
That's right.
another electric vehicles, which into lifestyle and sports. How what is the mix?
Yeah, great. So if you look at, you've been following the auto industry for a very long period of time. You know that when we finished last year as an industry, EVs was only about 2.4% of the total industry. Today, as of last month, it is at 6%. The total industry is growing at about 1 to 2%, whereas EV as an industry is growing in double digits, 65 to about 100%, depending on the month. So the EV adoption in India is growing at a very fast clip rate. And for that, primary reasons are the following. One, the cost benefit that you get out of owning an EV is substantial. I've heard of customers who are saving anywhere between 15 to 20,000 rupees a month
Right,
versus the fuel that they would pay on petrol. Second is that maintenance cost is virtually nothing on an EV.
right,
And today, the cost of EVs, you take a same format sized car, which is an EV and a ICE product, you'll find that the EVs are cheaper. Windsor, for example, is a 4.3-meter product. You look at any other 4.3-meter product, petrol automatic, and you compare that to the Windsor price, and you will find we are at least 6 lakhs cheaper. So the acquisition cost has already come down, given that the battery prices have come down. So your acquisition cost is significantly lower, and your running cost and maintenance cost is much lower. So the value proposition for a customer is a very strong proposition. Second, when we, like you rightfully mentioned, we looked at all the reasons why consumers would not look at buying an EV, right? What are the inhibitors to purchase? And we started to list them on a whiteboard. I still remember that discussion. So each element was listed on the board, and we said,
right,
okay, what are the concerns? One concern is not enough charging infrastructure. So we said we'll do two or three things. One, we started putting chargers on our own. Today we've got about 750 chargers that we've already set up
right,
in community areas, in markets, etc. And we are going to only ramp that up even more. Second thing we did is accessibility of charging stations is a big thing. There are so many CPOs that exist. Each one has their own app. We said, why does someone have to download 8 apps?
right,
Let's create one aggregator app which is
right,
called eHub.
right,
Today, where you can, no matter what the CPO is, you know exactly where the charging stations are. We have over 11,000 charging stations on it. right? We are today one of the largest charging infrastructure aggregators in the country. One, we've crossed 100,000 people who've downloaded that app. Only 70% are MG owners, by the way. The remaining 30% are non-MG owners who also download.
Right.
You look at one concern that consumers had is what happens to the warranty of the battery. So we said no issue, we will give you lifetime warranty on the battery. So we looked at every element that was an issue for purchase and we started addressing it. And you see the results in it. What are the results? The results are Windsor, which the product that we launched is today for 11 months in a row the number one selling EV in the country.
Right.
Our market share, which used to be less than 10% about 2 years ago, was 28% first quarter. Today we are at 30%.
Wow.
Right? So the market share has grown.
Right.
Third, we build capabilities within the dealerships to be able to not just sell the product but also service the product, because that is equally important for a consumer.
Right.
So when the EV sale, that's why it gives us the confidence that we are playing an ecosystem game. We will bring everything within the ecosystem to ensure we address every issue that you may have which stops you from buying an EV, because we are convinced, if you listen to Mr. Gadkari this morning, he harped on the point that air pollution is the number one issue.
Right.
In order to address air pollution, new energy vehicles like EVs is the way to go.
Right. Got it. So, how do you see the numbers? That from 30% to 50%, do you think is this
I think
an ambitious number to?
From your lips to God's ears, as they say, I think we are staying focused on the fundamentals. The fundamentals are get the product right, make sure that you give the right customer experience both on sales and more importantly on service. And third is making sure that your employees and your dealer partners are happy and satisfied.
Right. So, how many more new EVs we can see from JSW MG Motor?
I think when the time is right, we will share all the product plans. You can be rest assured, we've committed to our vision of being a leading automotive brand in the new energy space. In order to do that, we not only have to bring new product, which we have a product pipeline for, but we have to ensure that we have the right network, expanding the network. Third is ensuring that the experience of the customers with the product is very important. Any new technology, when you bring in, early adopters will come. If their experience is great, they will spread the word of mouth and ensure the next tranche of customers come in. Right. So we are staying focused on doing the fundamentals of today, which is ensuring that the experience of customers with our product and our service is stellar, because that itself will ensure that every the future of EVs and hybrids in the country is very strong. I mean, our own projections suggest that while EVs are about 6% today, by 2030 it will be about 15%, and hybrids would be about another 15%. So new energy vehicles would be about 30% of the market by 2030.
So, last question about the recent GST rate cut. EVs does not have a much impact, but still you have ICE vehicles as well, Hector, the Aster, Gloucester. Do you see this festive season to become the big bonanza for the consumers?
Well, certainly, I think the it's a landmark sort of reform that has been announced by the Prime Minister and then executed by the Finance Minister and the GST Council. I think thank you for that. I think we cannot express our gratitude enough. We are all seeing, are witnessing the results of that. The early few days of September are suggesting that the inquiry and the footfalls in the stores are good, are stronger than last month, and we would like to see that translate into consumer demand in the form of retails. We are all in the industry, like you heard from in the CIAM session also earlier today, we are all very bullish on the impact that this GST reform will have on our business.
Got it. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.